Okay, so let's take a look at some of the charts today. I made a video of BlackBerry, and literally the second I posted it, it dumped right after. Terrible. And I was mentioning maybe it could reverse that last hour or so of the day, and it did. There was a double top. I thought it was going to be a cup and handle here, but it didn't break bullish. It broke the handle bearish and just dumped the rest of the day. Now, if you look at the NASDAQ, QQQ, very similar action to the NASDAQ. So clearly, BlackBerry is correlated to the NASDAQ, the action in the NASDAQ. And same with AMC and GME. GME had a big volume spike. As soon as that volume spiked, it just dumped right after, and it's still dumping after hours. 260. What's it right now? Last price is $265.50. They just named a new CEO and CFO after hours, and it dumped even more. Big reversal on GME over here. Where would we be? We're all the way down here at the green line, 8-day moving average. Okay, now trapped a lot of people that bought yesterday and today, all in the red. AMC dumping after hours as well. Right now, after hours, it is sitting at $46.32. I was looking for a reversal here, and I said, if we break that higher low pattern, that's a sign that some consolidation is due. Not only that, but we opened below the red line, and then we dropped to the green line. And it's been holding that red line for quite some days now. So dropping below, opening below, and closing below that red line is definitely a red flag, at least in the short term. And it's on declining volume, which shows declining interest, and it also shows that there's not that much buying pressure on the way down. So a little bit of selling is dragging the price down a lot. Now you can think there's a lot of bag holders now. Anybody who bought in the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, they're all bag holding, and even in the high 40s now as well. So there's definitely going to be a lot of resistance up here. Now I know everybody's waiting for the shorts to cover and whatnot, and I know for all I know that's going to happen. The thing with that is that I would wonder, why wouldn't they have covered already, first of all? Second of all, with this kind of volume, I mean, I have my doubt they're short billions and billions of shares. But the last thing is that if they were somehow short that many shares, all it takes is the buying pressure to slow down, and then they can just keep shorting. And as long as nobody's buying, they can drive the price all the way back down. So if that's the case, if they are able to just keep printing shares, I mean, as soon as the buying pressure stops, the hype slows down. It doesn't matter if nobody sells. They could sell, and they'll drop the price because nobody's buying, or there's very little buying pressure. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying, I mean, why wouldn't that happen? Why can't that happen? I'm saying it seems like a possibility. BlackBerry, very similar pattern. AMC broke the daily higher low pattern as well. I thought BlackBerry was good because it opened above the red line, and it did close above the red line. It closed at 515.16. The red line was 15.15. Bounced off the green line as well, 8-day moving average. That's where GME is right now. GME is trading at that 8-day moving average in that aftermarket. So they're all on a similar page now. Now we got this lower high on BlackBerry. Now after hours, it dumped a decent amount too. There's a big reversal here. Now I was thinking this could be forming a nice base that we could be ready for blast off, taking off, but the close was not pretty. And now I think a big part of it has to do with the NASDAQ. And if the NASDAQ is not doing well, if the NASDAQ pulls back and the NASDAQ's not doing well, then, you know, almost everything else is not going to do well either. It's just the way it is. A lot of things are correlated to the NASDAQ, especially growth stocks and higher risk names like BlackBerry, AMC, and GME. CLOV, as I mentioned yesterday, gapped up and sold off. And I said, if it gaps up, good to take profits over there. That's exactly what happened. And it dropped all the way down to the upper daily Bollinger Band, close to the red line. Another stock, let's take a look. Mind Medicine. Mind Medicine over here, pulling back 3 days in a row now. 3 days lower highs. It gapped down. It was a good for a flip, but it closed below the red line, which is showing some weakness. declining bull volume, which is showing a decline in interest. And it did close red today and on lower volume. So less volume is bringing it down. And there was that bit of a volume spike the other day. So now a lot of people are trapped in the red. I was thinking this could be a potential bull flag, but I'm starting to not think that because it closed below the red line, because the volume's dying down, and because that volume spike the other day that may be leaving a lot of bag holders and a lot of resistance at those upper levels. AHT, this was another one a lot of people were talking about today. Same thing, gapped up, sold off, ended the day above the upper Bollinger. I would expect it to continue lower. Tomorrow's a big volume spike today, one of the highest volumes in a long time or ever. So a lot of people are going to get trapped in the red, or they're already trapped in the red. So there's going to be resistance on those higher levels. Taking a look at stocks like Tesla, not too much going on here. It did go further than I expected on this bounce, but they gapped it up and it just sold off. Set a lower high on the daily, and now bears want to go for that lower low and head down to this support, this critical support area, and break that area. That's what the bears want. I think they'll make it happen. We got what appears to be a bearish head and shoulders potentially forming on Tesla. Doesn't look so great. If Tesla doesn't do good, I would expect that NIO does not do great either. NIO's on a much better trend than Tesla, but I think this is just a bit of a short squeeze right now, where a lot of these stocks, so many stocks are getting squeezed. Every stock was getting squeezed. So I'm sure there was big short positions against NIO among many other stocks, and a lot of those heavily shorted stocks got squeezed. Now, people keep talking to squeeze. A squeeze is already happening when the stock's up 10, 20%, 30%, 50%, 60%. That's the squeeze. Okay? It's not typical to see squeezes of hundreds of percents. Very atypical. Okay? Unless there's like some really huge news, like some biopharma company had a big short position on it, and then they got approved for a major drug, or something like that. Then in that case, something might squeeze thousands of percents. But typically, even if NIO was heavily shorted, to get it to squeeze hundreds of percents is unlikely. 10, 20, 30% is a squeeze on a stock like NIO because it's worth so much. It's already worth $40 billion. It takes a lot of money to keep pushing it higher. This looks like a reversal here. Gapped up, red day yesterday. Now we're getting follow through today. Looks like a reversal. Ended at the low of the day over here on declining volume, which shows declining interest and declining buying pressure on the way down. Again, a lot of these heavily shorted names. Tilray, but Tilray looks like maybe a top today. High upper wick of profit taking. Big volume spike. No follow through after breaking this resistance area. I'm going to leave that video for here. I had BlackBerry. I got stopped out break even. I don't want to be sitting on a losing position. I don't believe in the HODL, HODL philosophy. I don't. Because as far as I've seen, every time I've tried to hold on, even just holding for a day, I'll go from being in the green to being in the red, or losing all my profits, or most of my profits, if I hold on. So, every time I hold on or try to hold on, like I've been trying to hold on BlackBerry, and I was up nice today. And that reversal took it all back. I should have taken profits. I should have been happy, and I didn't. And I was getting too excited, hoping for a major squeeze, hundreds of percents. Made that video now, and the video's going to come back to haunt me. And, I got to take my profits and run. That's what I have to do. And I haven't been doing that recently, and it's not working out the best for me. Normally, my strategy is buy it, flip it, make some money, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, and get the hell out of there and be done for the day and end the day in cash. That's what I got to do. That's what's got me here up to this point. So why would it be any different? HODL is not something I believe in, because if you HODL and hold on for dear life, you're going to watch yourself make a fortune in AMC. And at some point in time, this stock is going to plummet. It's just a matter of time. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. Now, everybody's hoping for the big one, the 100, the 200, the 1,000. And it may never happen because it's going to take so much money to keep flowing in for that to happen. And clearly the interest is dying down now. So, people who HODL, maybe they're up all kinds of money. And before you know it, they're down and they lose all their money. They lose all their profits and more. It's very possible, and it's happened to a lot of people. And it's happened to me several times before. Every time I tried to hold on, oh, I'm so happy. I'm up all kinds of money. You know, I'm up 20 grand, 30 grand, blah, blah, blah. And before you know it, bang, all gone. Happened many times. And that's why I got to stick to my strategy, the strategy that's worked for me, the strategy that's in my course. You know, buy, make some money, and get the hell out of there and be happy. You can always make more. Deal or no deal. You can always make more. I'm going to end that video here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my course. Thanks for watching. Have a nice night, guys.